Hello world changers, this is Mrs. Warren coming live from my house. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how you might be feeling. During this whole crazy time, I've been feeling a couple things. Sometimes I've felt nervous. I don't know what's coming. I thought, oh my goodness, I don't know if school's going to be canceled, I don't know. So I was really nervous. Then I felt sad when I found out school was going to be canceled and that I had to stay at my house so that would keep people safe. I was feeling a little sad, and I also was feeling sad when I found out some people were hurt from this disease. I also have felt some happiness getting to stay home with Mr. Jack, and I've been able to read a lot and watch a lot of movies, so that's been really fun, and cook a lot. So all these things I'm feeling are just a product of what's going on around me, and those are feelings. And we've talked a lot about feelings in our class, but I wanted to read a book that I know we've read before and I really like, and then I'm going to talk to you about some different ways to express how you're feeling. Okay, so let's get started. This book is called The Way I Feel. It's written and illustrated by Janin Kane. I love this book. She looks silly on the front. The Way I Feel. For John, Emily, and Isabella. The dedication page. Silly! Silly is the way I feel when I make a funny face and wear a goofy poofy hat that takes up lots of space. Scared. I'm shaking because I'm scared, all alone in the dark at night. The thunder and lightning crash and roar. Hold me close and turn on the light. You might have felt scared before in the night. Disappointed. The plans were made so long ago for you to visit me today, but now you can't come after all. I'm disappointed. We can't play. Happy. That smile you see upon my face as the sun is shining in the sky shows the world that I feel happy and my mood is soaring high. She's feeling happy outside, getting to swing. Sad. Sometimes I feel so very sad and I really don't know why. Instead of playing and having fun, I cry and cry and cry. Angry. Angry's how I feel right now. I shout with a mighty roar. I mostly want to frown and growl and stomp upon the floor. Angry. Thankful. The wheel fell off of my brand new truck. I needed some help from you. You kindly fixed my favorite toy. I'm thankful for all you do. That was nice. Frustrated. I'm frustrated because I can't do it. It's hard and I want to cry. I don't know whether to give up or to give it another try. This little girl's tying her shoes. I've seen some of that in my class. Some of you have gotten very frustrated whenever you can't tie your shoe. Shy. If someone says hello to me, I suddenly feel so shy. Instead of waving back at them, I hide my face and I walk on by. This little girl's feeling very shy next to her mama. Bored. I can't make up my mind. There's nothing I want to do. The day drags on and on. I'm feeling bored and blue. That's a feeling you might really be feeling lately. Being at your house instead of at school, you might feel like, I just feel kind of down and bored. I don't know what to do. Excited! I'm bouncing like a rubber ball. I'm more excited than I can say. It's really hard for me to sit when I'd rather jump and play. Jealous. I want to play with you right now. I don't think taking turns is fair. I'd rather have you to myself. I'm jealous when I have to share. So it looks like her mama or daddy is playing with one of her siblings and she feels jealous. It's a very natural natural feeling. Proud. I did it! I shout to the crowd. Getting dressed by myself makes me feel proud. You feel proud when you accomplish something that you've really wanted to accomplish. Feelings come and feelings go. I never know what they'll be. Silly or angry, happy or sad, they're all a part of me. The end. I love this book, boys and girls, because I think it's really important to know that sometimes you might be really angry and you might think, oh, what's wrong with me? Why am I so angry? Nothing's wrong with you. All these feelings are very normal. Your mom and dad experience all these feelings. Your grandmother and grandfather experience all these feelings. I experience all these different feelings. Every person does. So it's really good to be able to say what you feel and why, instead of keeping it all bottled in. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I have some flashcards that have some feeling words on them. And I'm going to tell you about a time that I felt each one of these cards, okay? And then after that, I'm going to hold up the card again, and I want you to say what you have felt, when a time you have felt those feelings, okay? I'm going to put my book by my friend Corduroy. Corduroy misses you guys if you're in my class. Okay. The first word says disgusted. I'm thinking about a time I felt disgusted. One time I saw a student throw food on the floor and it made me feel disgusted. That just means I'm like, ooh, that's really gross. Don't do that, please. I felt disgusted when I saw students do that in the cafeteria. My next word is excited. So I feel excited whenever I get to see my dog. You guys know I love my dog, Skywalker, but he lives with my mom and dad. And so every time I get to see him, I just feel so excited. I want to bounce up and down. It's fun to feel excited. Angry. This is a very normal emotion that many of us feel often. So sometimes I feel angry, like if Mr. Jack doesn't put the dishes in the dishwasher, it might make me feel angry, and I have to watch my reaction. I have to think, okay, am I going to act hatefully or am I going to act kindly? Because even if you're really angry, you don't have to be mean to others. So you might feel angry whenever your mom or dad tells you to clean your room, and you might feel like, oh, I'm so angry. But if you have an appropriate reaction and say, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir, I will do that, because I know it's important to keep my area clean, they'll probably react even better too. But it's normal to feel angry. Afraid. So I actually felt afraid the other night because it was dark and it was storming a couple nights ago, and I had a bad dream, and I woke up because it was lightning and thundering, and I felt afraid. And I'm a grown-up, and even I feel afraid sometimes. So I had to calm myself down, took some deep breaths, and I drank some water, and I reassured myself that, oh, I'm okay. It's okay. I'm not going to be hurt. I just had a bad dream. Embarrassed. Embarrassed is what you feel whenever maybe you get the answer wrong, or if you're like, oh, I can't read that and everyone else can, and you might feel a little bit embarrassed. That's okay. So I have felt embarrassed whenever I've said the wrong things in a meeting with other grown-ups, and I kind of feel like, oh, I'm embarrassed a little bit. Sad. Sad is one that we experience as humans all the time. So sad is when you're just a little down, you don't feel your normal happy self. So you might feel sad. Like I was very sad when I found out that we couldn't go back to school for the rest of the year. And I just felt really down and like concerned and worried, and I felt blue. Surprised. Okay, surprise is a fun way to feel sometimes. So one time my mom and dad had this surprise party for me, and I walked into the restaurant, surprise, and all my family and friends were there, and they surprised me. But you can also feel surprised sometimes when someone's like, if someone's knocking on my door and I thought, I didn't think anyone was coming, and I felt a little surprised. And the last card I have is joyous. Joyous is kind of like being happy. Joyous is when you just feel very at peace and you're smiling and you feel warm and you feel taken care of. So a lot of things can make you feel joyous if you're like, and kind of like proud. If you read a book and you're like, man, I used to really have trouble reading that book and now I can read it so well. That's a great way to feel joyous. So I also feel joyous when I cook a big dinner and I'm able to feed people and they feel, and they like my food, and I feel, I feel really joyful and joyous that I was able to cook for people and make them feel happy. It's a nice little change. Okay, so I'm going to hold up these cards again and I'm going to say what they are, and this time I want you to say out loud what you have experienced. So I'm going to give a little pause because I know I'm not there to listen from you, but I still would love to hear your responses. So the first card is disgusted. I want you to think about a time that you've been disgusted. Make that face. Disgusted. Excited! So show me on your face the time you were excited, and then say out loud, when was the time you were excited? What makes you feel excited? I bet it was good. Angry. Show me your face when you feel angry. I want to see it. Think about what makes you feel angry. Is it when someone's in your spot at school? Or someone takes your chair or your crayons or your glue? That makes you feel angry. Afraid. You might feel very afraid sometimes. Think about it and show me on your face. When I feel afraid, I kind of want to like put my hands on my face and cover up my eyes. Think about a time you felt afraid. Embarrassed. This one I'm kind of like, I wish no one was looking at me right now. I'm a little bit embarrassed. Or even if you have an accident in your pants, you feel embarrassed. You don't want anyone to see you and you don't want anyone to notice you. That's very real in first grade. Sad. Show me on your face a time when you felt sad. I want you to think about what makes you feel sad. Surprised. Surprised. You might feel surprised if someone brings you cookies to your house and you're like, someone brought me cookies? Yay! Thank you. That's awesome. And joyous. The last one we have is joyous. So I want you to show me your big smile. I want you to think about what makes you feel really joyful and happy and how you can make other people feel joyful and happy. Maybe by giving your mom or dad a big hug. You can massage their shoulders. I'm sure they like that. You can help clean up the kitchen and do dishes. Maybe you can help your parents fold laundry and make sure your room's clean. And maybe just tell them how much you love them. That is sure to make them feel joyous. So boys and girls, I love talking about feelings. That's something we love to do in my classroom. It's really important to me to be able to say what I feel and why, so that I'm able to express myself and not feel sad by keeping it all in. So I encourage you, boys and girls, throughout this time, anything that you're feeling, please talk to your moms and dads, talk to your grandparents. You can even call or text me if you want to, and just talk about what you're feeling, because just because you're a kid doesn't mean you don't feel things. You probably feel everything. I know you do. Anyways, I love you guys, and I felt really happy getting to make that video and read that book to you, and I wish I was with you, but I know you're staying healthy and safe by staying home. You guys are awesome. Have a good day. Bye, World Changers.